Now that you've wound your bobbin, we're going to be inserting it into the machine. So we're going to take your bobbin in your right hand and we're going to make sure that the tail is coming towards you. We're going to line up your tail with the slit that is in your bobbin. So your bobbin case has a slit for your thread to insert here, and you can kind of inspect the case. This is the top of your case, so when you go to insert in the machine, this larger opening is what's always going to be on top. There's a handle at the front of your bobbin case which locks your bobbin in place when it's pulled all the way out and releases it when it's closed. And there's also two small screws at the bottom of the bobbin case, which throughout the semester you will learn how to adjust in order to get better tension in your sewing. Bringing it back into your left hand, have that slit facing upwards and that tail coming towards you. And we're going to insert our bobbin into our bobbin case at this part, drawing our thread from backwards to forwards into that slit. And we're going to move it forward again, and you may have heard the click there. And then again, further into the thread guide in your bobbin case. So you should have heard two clicks as you've done this. Now, holding your case in the correct position with the large cutout on top, and your handle should be able to open from the right to the left. You can pull this handle all the way open, and only when it's all the way open will it hold your bobbin in the case. If it is loose, your bobbin will fall out of your case. So pushing your bobbin back in, pulling that handle all the way open, you are able to insert your bobbin underneath the machine. Now this area should look familiar to you as it was introduced in the introduction video. And as mentioned in the introduction video, you would not typically insert your bobbin while the machine was propped up, but just to give you an idea of what is going on when your machine is closed. So we're going to pull this back out, and again, we take that handle, we pull it really tight, and if it's pulled tight enough, your bobbin will not fall out of your machine. So we're going to return our machine back into the standard position. And a great way for you to begin is by sliding the top door open. Again, pulling that bobbin handle as tight as possible. And we're going to insert the bobbin from underneath the machine, and you should hear a click. Once you hear that click, you know your bobbin is securely in place, and you can return that top door. From here, we need to bring your bobbin thread from below the machine to above the machine. And we do this by gently holding the tail of your thread and taking your wheel and turning it towards you. As you can see, the black thread has now gone below the machine and lifted up the bottom thread. So you now should have a tail for your bobbin thread on top and a tail for your top thread on top. And both of these can be trimmed down and moved towards the back of the machine before you begin sewing. Now that your machine is set up with both your top thread and your bottom thread, you can move on to the beginning to sew video.